Hi, and this is a late night crafting video. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I just like to create things. And I saw a video on Gina K where she took some of the Distressing ink, the new Tim Holtz inks, and she created a background. I really liked that. And then I had seen a card that a sister consultant, Karen Barlow, had created, in which she did the split space, or maybe I saw it on the Close to My Heart blog. It's late, and I can't always remember where I see things. I will find it and share it. But I really kind of wanted to put those two together, and so I made a couple of copies. I need a lot of thank you cards this month, so I'm hoping I'm getting to send one to you. So I used the stamp of the month with some of the images from the monthly, National Stamping Month stamp, to kind of create the silhouette look with the colors of fall. So I'm going to show you how I created that. It's just what they call a clean and simple card, case card, C-A-S. It's just clean and simple. One layer, some ink and some stamps. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually attach my card base to my work table, and I like to use the Versamat that Close to My Heart has. Mine, you can see, are very well used, but by using the Versamat I can line it up so my tape will go straight across where I want it. And what I'm doing, I'm trying to make sure I don't move the card itself. Get it on there straight. Alright, and then I'm going to write at the 1 inch mark. I'm going to come across, make sure my tape is straight. And it might not be. If it's not, I can see where it bunched up a little bit. And this is just regular painter's tape. You might want to test it out on your card base to make sure it doesn't tear. Someone said there is a... What happens when I do it late at night. Someone said there is a low tack tape, so you might want to get that. I'm going to kind of maybe put my head in the way, sorry. It's sometimes hard to work around the camera. Alright. Just about that. Just a little wrinkle this side. Let's get that wrinkle out. Here we go. And got it. Right, and then that'll hook that down. Make sure it's burnished on there pretty good. And then we're going to do another one at the bottom. And it might be just a little crooked, so I can see more here. And we'll just move that. Yeah, it's crooked. So I can tell that it's crooked now, so we'll put that back up again and get it right this time. There, we got it. That looks much better. Alright, and then we're going to take this other piece, and I want it to be a little bit smaller this time than the last couple ones. So we're just going to go down 1.25 inches. So we've got that on there. So then we just have to decide. I've been starting with the green, then going into the fern, and then going into the saffron, and then into the poppy, and I've been doing it at different varying widths on the colors. This one I did a lot of green, a little of the saffron, and a little of the poppy, and here I did more of the saffron. So it's just kind of whatever you want, and I'm using a sponge. I just like to get the sponge really tight, and I like to use the corners of the ink pad because that's usually not where, hoping you can see that, it's usually not where you're picking up the ink. I'm usually blot my stamp in the center, and then I'm just going to pull it up, and you'll see it gives some really pretty lines. And I'm going to just kind of do it 1/3 of the way this time, not quite as far over. And then when you come down, you want to make sure that the way you hold the sponge is so that you also get just the lines and not thicker. Sometimes you get a little bit thicker when you're going down than when you're going up. Alright, I like that. So then we will close up the fern, and we'll grab the saffron. I'll try not to hit the camera stand, and then I'm just going to use the same sponge, just a different, and again, I just want to get it rounded, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to go back over some of where the green was, and then come out, again, about a third, and then just kind of blend it in to where the green is. I just love the sound of my sponge on. Alright, that looks good. And then the last one is going to be the poppy, and this is just to give it kind of some brightness. And we'll find a clean spot where I don't have any color. There we go. Let's try a different sponge. I have a bunch of old sponges I keep right here next to my space. Sorry. So then we're going to take the poppy, and the poppy is definitely a bright color against the others. You could even do a brown if you want. I am going to actually use some of the espresso in the stamping. Alright, I think I like that. Oops, sorry. Now we're going to pull the tape off and see what we have very gently so as not to rip any of the paper. Oh, I like that. Now, what you can do, what I've done on one is I actually put it on my score tablet. I still have the old Close to My Heart score tablet, and I did some score lines to give some definition, but both look really good. And if you want, you could actually do some journal lines with some journaling. With the sponges, just rinse them out in lukewarm water until they run clear, and then let them dry really well before you put them back in. Alright, so now we're going to start doing some stamping. And what I have done is I've taken one of the stamps. I'm one of those people that like to recreate. I have a stamp set here that has a flower. I'll put my hand under it, maybe that, so you can see it. It has a flower with the sentiment. I cut the sentiment off so I could just use the flowers. So I'm going to start with them. And it's open flowers with some leaves. Oh, I should have left my tape on. So let's put some more tape back down so we don't. And what I think I'm going to do this time, because I am using... Let me get my scrap paper. This will work. I am using a stamp that's pretty long. It's probably better to tape down some paper this time. So we will just put it in the corner here and tape it to the table like that. And on this side, I do all kinds of crazy things to get the stamps where I want. Alright, there we go. Let's ink up again. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because those are going to run over. And I want them to kind of run tall this time. The last time I let them be shorter. And let's do a couple on the end over here. Just a few. Alright. I have a leaf, so we will do that. And bring it in right like that, and maybe a little right there. Just kind of give it a little extra look, and maybe a little here. Alright, that's not too bad. I kind of like that. Alright, now we'll flip it over because we want to put some on the bottom. So I keep running into the camera. I'm hoping I'm not wiggling it too much. So we'll tape that in place. And this time, again, we'll do some of the flowers. And they were kind of short. Let's go a little bit longer. Do it like that. And then we'll go a little long on this end. And then the leaf. Now you can do whatever leaves you want. You can, let's go a little bit on that one. And a little there. All right. And you can add whatever you want to it. Just whatever looks good to you. I have some little dots, so I think I'm going to add those. And I'm using a large block, so which is not good. Let's get a smaller block, because I will for sure put some. And I'll just put some dots out here in some different spots. There we go. And we'll add some of those. We don't need to mask to do that. I kind of like that. That looks good. Just to add some more color. There we go. All right, I like that. So now we're going to come in with our sentiment. And I've been stamping it on the right side. Make sure I get it good and inked. Okay. All right, excuse my head. I'm going to come in like this and stamp it. There we go. And see how really quick and easy that is? Now be sure you want to do something on the inside of the card, not just on the outside. So that's what happens when I stay up late at night. I share things with you. So enjoy.